What is up, everybody? Picking up directly where we left off. Today we're doing Hulao Gate. It's time to pull out the Lou of the Boo. We'll maximize that attack, sir. Maximize it. Okay. Do get Shane Liao still. So today I'm going to tell you all about my Wednesday. Not an all-time banger of a day. Well, on second thought, it's kind of... a lot of the early part is boring. So, I'll get into late in the day. So, Wednesdays for me are one of the busiest, hardest days of the week. Just not really so much for business at work, but in terms of stuff that needs to be done, it can be a lot. Especially if you're low on health, which I have been lately. And once again, I'm not picking my nose. The pollen is out, and my nostrils stay itchy. They're irritated. Shit. I was hoping this would go a little bit better. Oh yeah, this is going better. Fuck you, Guan Yu. I told you I'd get you back, son. Told you I'd get you back. Okay. So I don't see my boss every day. Because my boss is in charge of our district. Of course, he takes a day, sometimes 2 days off a week. And he... I usually see him in person about once a week. Sometimes less than that. Sometimes he skips a week. Because in our district, I'm happy to say, even as new as I am, I'm not the problem child. There's a couple other stores that need a little bit more regular attention. Or at least that's what I tell myself anyway. I think it's about time for him to spawn behind us.
Where is the rebel leader, Yuan Shao?
So it comes 2 o'clock. Time for me to leave. And here he comes, walking down the aisle. And he ends up talking to me and instructing me for about 2 hours.
An enemy herd has infiltrated the castle. They are setting fires.
Can't stop him, can you? Nah, I don't guess you can.
It is not.
Oh shit.
This is why we feigned defeat at Sishui Gate.
Didn't know there was dialogue. Sorry.
We were pushed back at Sishui Gate by brute force. But I fight wars with my mind.
How lovely. That's not the Lubu way, sir.
We
So I ended up leaving much, much, much later than I had anticipated to. I get home, my dad he's working outside. So it's kind of difficult to explain. We have a little carport, little outside parking area, but you have to go down the driveway to get to it, and it's narrow. And there's the house. If you're coming home, the house is on the right of the driveway, right on it. There's no wiggle room there. And then beyond that, to the left, there's a bank, so you can't drive through that. Plus, ruin the grass. So I do something I never do. And keep in mind, we live on a dead-end street. The only people that come up and down or people that come on accident or pretty much live here is what it amounts to. On an everyday basis. And we do have some people that come by accident, now don't get me wrong. Oh man, my people are losing, I'm coming. They're bullying Jangly out. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on getting the last guy. I'm sorry I keep getting sidetracked. So I see Dad's truck in the driveway. Can't get around it. And I think, well, if I park here, as is typical when he's working outside, he may not be happy with that and want me to move it. Okay, well, I'd rather not deal with that, so I'll do something I never do. I will park in the street, not in the middle of the street, you know, off to the side. And there's not a narrow street. There's plenty of room to go around. Well, it comes about an hour or so later, and my mom, she cooks. And her sister, my aunt, is coming over to eat. And she said, hey, Logan, your aunt will be here in a couple minutes. Go open the door for her so she can just come in. So I go and I open the door. I see somebody walking around outside. I think, oh, well, she must already be here. She's going to we have two front doors. She goes to the other one. So I go to the other door. I'm going to open it and let her in, right? I open the door. It's not my aunt. It's my neighbor. 40-year-old man named John. I said, hey, John, what's going on? He said, hey, neighbor. And he points, and he's my neighbor. He lives right in front of us, right? If you go out the door and look straight ahead, that's where him and his family live, right there. Okay. He points to the car. He said, hey, is that your car? I said, yeah. I said, so you need me to move it? Need to, am I blocking your driveway? He said, no. But listen, my sister has hit it. Hey, probably should come out and look at it. Okay. Like, oh, shit. Well, I'll be honest with you, I was in my boxers at the time. I didn't have any trouble him seeing me in my underwear. I was like, oh, well, you know, he's got his wife and kids out there. I don't want to subject him to that if I don't have to. So, I said, let me go get my shorts and some shoes on. I'll be out there in a second. At this point, after the day I've had, to say that I'm upset or whatever, no, not really, actually. I'm kind of, oh, okay, well, let's deal with it. Getting upset ain't going to, it ain't going to fix it. Let's go see how bad it is. So I go out there, and when he says his sister, he means his sister-in-law, his wife's teenage sister. She's 18. She's had her license for a few months, I think, something like that. And I go over there, and she's sitting in her car, but she has like the driver door open, and she's sitting sideways, so her feet are outside. and she's just kind of resting in the chair, and she's got her knees on her elbows and her face in her hands, and she's sobbing. Oh shit, must be bad. So I come and I look at the front of my car. She's hit the front left quarter panel, and it wasn't terrible damage, but this is a first for me. I'm like, well, I know we should probably exchange insurance information, but beyond that, I don't really know what to do about this. Because, you know, this is new for me, and I immediately, before that, I do want to say, for people that, I don't know, I'm not sure what impression I strike to people that to watch these videos. My friends, they know, of course, they don't watch these videos because they all hate Dynasty Warriors, but I try and be a pretty nice person most of the time, and all I could think about was, oh man, this girl, because I've been there. This girl, she's probably imagining in her head about how I'm going to scream at her, how her family or parents are going to scream at her, whatever, how everybody's mad at her, how she's fucked up in this spectacular way. And I go over to her and I shake her hand, introduce myself. I say, hey, I'm Logan. You hit my car. Nice to meet you. And she introduces herself to me, and I won't tell her name. I don't. But I'm trying to get her to crack up a little bit, and like, listen, it's not that much damage. It ain't that big a deal. I said, we'll do what we have to do about it, but life will go on. It'll be okay. There's no permanent damage, nothing that can't be undone. This is what we have insurance for. It's what we pay that money out for. It's gonna be okay. And she got to feel a little bit better, which I was happy with, and I was happy that it wasn't too terrible of damage. I'm like, let me, because my dad, he used to work in the auto repair industry. So, I mean, he knows all about this. Plus, I asked my dad for advice on everything. He's my counsel. So he's not home for once. He's retired. He tries to stay home as much as he can, but he's actually not home at the time. So I try and call him. He don't even not answer. He hits the red thing. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but he rejected the call because he's at his friend's house and they're talking, right? Huh? I call you again. So I called him again. He answered. He said, what's going on? I tell him. I said, neighbor hit my car. He said, oh, fuck. Because he knows why I parked in the road. I said, what exactly should I do? He said, well, make sure you get her insurance information. Write everything you see on her card or slip or whatever she has. Write every bit of it down. I'm not exactly sure what we'll need and what we won't. So just get it all. And then give her yours. Make sure she writes all that down. He said, and it probably wouldn't hurt to call the cops and tell them what happened and just have them come out there and do a report and just have it on the file that it did happen and it was looked at. I said, okay, we'll do that, thank you. So I call the cops and I'm like, hey, we've had a non-emergency accident, wasn't even in the car. I said, neighbor, she was just, or my neighbor's sister was here visiting. She was backing out of her driveway. She backed into my car. But nobody's hurt. There's no need to run down here. Just if you can have somebody come and take a look and write a little report about this, just as for records that it happened. It'd be nice. Okay, I'll send somebody. And they sent this copy. Damn, she was smoking hot. I mean, that almost made it worth it. I mean, got that dark hair, the big bosom tattooed up. Very cute in the face. Made my day, really. But,
Attacking alone? Do you want to die?
she got it all reported. She made sure she had a valid driver's license and made sure she was actually insured and all that. And I talked to her a couple minutes. Really enjoyed that. Like I said, she's a very good looking woman. But I digress. Oh, how did he attack? How did he attack twice there? He just did his Musu twice in a row. So not an all-time great day. Where this weekend is Easter, and I was slammed at work. I have not yet had an opportunity to call my insurance company. I certainly hope that she called hers. But today's Easter Sunday. Tomorrow, Monday, everybody should be back to work. That's going to be priority for me. Of course, I'll be up and going about my day way before they open, but get it in there, get it taken care of. It ain't really too bad a damage. Not really. With that being said, though, that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.